Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Having the Rise again this morning. Rise mushroom coffee substitute. It's going to be 80 degrees today, so it should be a nice day. I don't think there's any rain in the forecast. That's going to be happening next week when the weather turns much cooler in the upper 60s. So fall is definitely on the horizon. It's not officially fall yet, but I consider September fall. So my best friend called me yesterday and told me that the contractor called her because I had sent him a message asking when he was going to start the decks. Well, he called her and told her, he talks either to me or to her, because we give each other the message. So he told her that he cannot do the deck until spring, which honestly, I'm relieved, because getting my garden all cleaned up and set up for the springtime, I'm doing it now. It was kind of putting a pressure timeline on me to get everything done. So I'm really relieved that he can't do it until spring. He has a really good reason for not doing it until then, because we had tornadoes come through the area during summer, and he's actually mostly a roofer. He does other jobs too, but his main job is as a roofer. He's the one that did our roofs, and he did a fantastic job. So he said with the tornadoes coming through the area last summer, that he has so much roofing work to do that he can't get the deck in. So she asked him about the cost of it, since everything keeps going up, and he said that he would not charge us any more than what he had originally quoted us, which was really nice of him. He doesn't have to do that. So anyway, I hope that with it being an election year and all the shenanigans that go on around that anymore, I hope that we don't have more lockdown nonsense and all that going on. But, certain things are out of my control. And it's not like I can't use my deck at all. It has some spots that are definitely rotted, but I've put mats over them, heavy mats, so that I'm not going to be stepping through any of the boards. So anyway, that's the latest and the greatest news. But like I said, I'm actually relieved that it won't get done until spring, because my original plan was to do the deck next year and not this year. So life goes on and we make adjustments, and that's just the way life goes, and I'm good with it. Sometimes change isn't always bad, and sometimes I actually welcome change, because, well, it's like that prayer, the serenity prayer, which is actually my favorite prayer. So that's how I try to look at life. So cheers. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I would buy it again if I needed to, but I still have a couple more packs of it, because they kept sending it to me on auto ship, and then I finally got rid of the auto ship and said, don't send any more. I was inundated with Rise coffee substitute. So if you do order from their website, make sure that you uncheck the subscribe button, because otherwise they'll keep sending you and sending you. And I don't want to drink this just exclusively. So anyway, that's the latest news here at my little homestead. I'm trying to make it a little homestead, even though I live in a townhouse. Trying to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can, and not rely too much on, other people. And so, I mean, I do receive Social Security, but you know what? We pay into that. So it's not something that the government gives us. It's a program that was initiated to help you save for your retirement. So, and personally, I don't like the fact that they use the money for other things, because that's our money that we paid into, and we are entitled to that. So, but, bureaucracy and overreach and all that, it's just not what we signed up for. But anyway, I can still enjoy my coffee, and I can still enjoy my life, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to carry on and make myself a happy life. So, all right, I will meet you over there in a second at the budget book. Okay, back at the budget book. Yesterday I didn't spend any money. Yay. I've pretty much gathered everything that I need for my garden and my house. I'm sure there'll be things that come up that I forgot about, but for right now, I'm going to try and keep it on the low spend. I don't need any food right now. I'm using up my freezer food. And with Mom being here, she's helping me eat it. She has a fairly good appetite, which is really good. So that's helping me cook down some of the things in my freezer. So that's always helpful. And let me think, what else? I can't really think off the top of my head anything that I need, other than every once in a while I have things that I order from Amazon that I can only get there, like nutritional yeast, and I order Butler soy curls there, things that I can't find in a grocery store. So, so far, my system of having a stash and just replenishing it is working out great. Now, I am bolstering it up just a little bit, not much, with some canned goods. I have canned goods, but I think I could have some more. They're good for in an emergency. If you have to heat things up and cook on either a propane stove or a butane stove, having canned goods where you can just heat food up is a good idea. Now, you don't have to, buy like pre-made soups and things like that. You can just buy the vegetables yourself and heat those up. So it doesn't always have to be, the more expensive pre-canned soups and, SpaghettiOs and things like that, even though that is helpful to have. But, you can quickly throw together some things out of a can and mix and match and combine things so that you have enough food in your lager to just heat up the food, and you don't have to use up all your fuel in a long cooking process. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and it's been working out great, and I'm going to continue to do that. So, all right, that's my chat on the budget book, trying to keep it on the low spend this month. And since I don't have to dish out that big amount for the deck yet, that can wait till spring. Maybe I can get some more money saved up together, and I'll be able to also get some 3 new windows next year. So for next year, that's kind of my goal. The windows, I could go another year, but they look pretty bad. You know, the seal is broken, and they're pretty frosted up. So, but we'll see. We'll deal with that down the road. In the meantime, I'm going to try using the things I already bought and working more on my garden before the cold weather sets in. And then I'll put the garden to bed for the rest of the winter, and in the spring, I'm hoping not to have so much work, and that my plan for garden dominance works out. All right, well, I'm out here in my garden today. It's a beautiful day. Got most of my fencing put up back there, but now I need to figure out what I'm going to do in this portion of my garden, because it needs to be cleaned up. I need to figure out what I'm doing for a flooring. Yeah, I'm moving deck chairs on the Titanic is what I'm doing. So all this ivy is growing here, and I kind of like it. I wouldn't mind it as a border here, but I don't want it to take over the whole ground here. So I have to figure out what I'm doing here. Now I have 3 pallets I could use, along with these squares. And I'm going to pull these tomatoes out because they're not going to produce anything anymore. I've got some thyme here. I think it's lemon thyme. I can harvest that. And this is actually asparagus, so I want to leave that and put that somewhere. Same thing with this cherry tomato, it's shot. So I want to pull that out, and there's a lot of ivy over here too, which I don't mind, but some of it's got to go. And over here I have a little peach tree, and I have to move these pots around and either plant the apple trees in the ground or do something with them. These Rose of Sharon volunteers are going to stay there because they'll provide some nice privacy over here. And then over here I have all these trellises that I moved here temporarily until I figure out what I'm doing with everything, because I use them to reinforce the fencing. So I'm just making mental notes walking around the garden. But I can't put these pots anywhere near the fence because Chloe will jump in them and then jump out. So that's not going to work. These tables here, I need to do something with those. I'm not getting rid of them because I can use them stacked up to support one of these boxes over here because they're on very shaky legs. But I'm going to fence that off anyway so the dogs don't get over to that part. And then all these tomatoes and all this stuff, I'm not going to be growing much in the way of vegetables over here. I want to keep my vegetable garden over there where I moved everything. But I will have flowers here. So that'll be nice. But anyway, those are my plans. But just really a lot of moving things around. That needs to happen. So, I don't know, we'll see. This just has too much junk in it, too many pots, too much of this, too much of that. So, I need to get this cleaned up, and of course, I can't do it in one day. That's impossible for me. So, tomorrow, I think I'm going to take Mom home. She's doing much better. She's back to how she was before. So I'll be taking her home. She's just chomping at the bit to get home. I don't blame her. I'd be the same way. And so tomorrow and Friday I won't get anything done in the garden. So I want to do a little bit of work out here today, at least get it straightened up a little bit so it's not such a big mess, because it's a mess. It is a total mess. But, you know, sometimes you gotta make a mess before you can actually get it looking nice. So, okay, that's it for my garden vlog today. I'm going to think about what I want to do here. Okay, well, I got these 3 trees squared away, 2 apples, and the peach came back from last year, but it hasn't gotten any peaches, so we'll see how that goes. And then over here I planted strawberries in these things. So that's all I think I can do today. I pulled some weeds, and now I think I need to stop. Tomorrow is another day. Well, so the garden is looking better. I took all the weeds, well, almost all the weeds out of this one, and I have all these baby lettuces growing, which is nice. Everything was really, really dry. So, and I moved a couple things around here, so, but what I want to do is take up all these tiles, and I'm going to have to pull everything out, put down the cardboard, and then arrange things the way I want to arrange them. So that's going to be probably a week's worth of work. But yeah, anyway, this has come back from last year. It's Wandering Jenny. So, but the petunias have had it. And most of the flowers are still looking good. And it's nice because they're all in fall colors. So I'm just going to leave those until nature does them in. And I still have some peppers growing. So we'll see. We will see. And then this I have all my greens are coming back, and the basil is phenomenal. I have to harvest that. And also the rosemary, I have to harvest that. And these 2 covers are just the picnic covers that you can buy to cover food when you have a picnic. So that came in actually pretty handy this year to keep the bugs off my greens. And the Malabar spinach is just looking beautiful. So I'll grow that again next year. But the squashes and all that, a lot of this needs to be pulled out. The eggplant, that's doing nothing anymore. So, yep, still lots to do, but I like this arrangement in the garden much better than how it was before. And over here, I got this cleaned up. I put the pallets down here, and I'm thinking, there's 2 of them there, thinking I might just put the pallets here and then put the greenhouse on top of that. Maybe, I'm not sure. We'll see. But
Yeah, the black-eyed Susans have about had it too, but I want to let them go to seed so that they reseed themselves next year. And yeah, it won't be long and the leaves will be falling and all the fall colors will be coming out. So okay, that's what's going on in the garden and what I've accomplished so far. Ah, lots of work. Shall we go in, puppies? Shall we go in the house? Well, all right, it was another busy day in the garden. I didn't overdo it, I don't think, but as I'm working out there, I come up with a plan. So, yeah, I just have to keep chipping away at it, and that's what I'm going to do until I get it done, or until the weather is so bad that I can't work out there anymore. I'm making progress. It's getting there. I think I might need to enlist my grandkids for some help one more time, maybe twice, just so I can finish getting it all set up. I'm going to need some help with some mulch and just moving a couple of other things around, so it shouldn't take too long. And like I said, I think I'm going to order the mulch from the Home Depot, and I already have it in my cart. And yeah, just have it delivered. That way it's here. I don't have to, drag 2 or 3 bags at a time, because in my little car I can't bring all that stuff. Because I'm estimating I need about 10 bags. So, oh my goodness. So, yeah, thank goodness it's going to be a little cooler, so, I'll be able to work out there comfortably and not be sweating my butt off. So, anyway, I won't be able to work in the garden the next couple days because I have a couple errands that I need to run with my mom, and I'm going to be taking her back home because she's doing much better now. And like I said, she's anxious to get home. So, all right, my friends, I'm pooped as usual. So, that's all I have for you today. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.